Come with me.
I'm sorry if you misunderstood that.
You just stop lying. Yeah, I want you to apologize. Apologize.
I'm sorry.
Apologize right now.
I said I'm sorry.
Oh boy, Natalie sure is scary when she's acting crazy. So can we really blame Josh for wanting to arm himself?
Why you holding stone? Kill me.
I was scared. I was scared. Stop. Don't do that. No. Don't. No.
Trash.
Don't do that. No.
Wait, did Natalie just try to knee him in the nuts? Natalie, I thought you wanted kids with this man. Not gonna get any by doing that, love. So in the middle of Sophie and Rob having a huge argument about cheating, Natalie has decided that right now, in the midst of all this drama, is the perfect time for her to start her own fight with Josh. So what is it that she's annoyed about? I thought we left them on fairly good terms.
You keep saying people that you cannot sleep next to me. What does it mean?
Golly, Natalie.
Will you stop?
But you insult me. How can you do it to me?
You need to stop.
Stop gaslighting me.
Now, it is true, we all know that Josh does like to gaslight Natalie. He does it about a lot of things, from their future as a couple, right down to whether or not he even likes her as a person. But this instance, what Natalie's talking about here, seems a little far-fetched. Remember, over breakfast, Josh mentioned to the group in passing that last night in the tent, he didn't get as much rest as he would have liked.
I had mentioned, that I didn't really sleep well.
How was your sleep?
Rough.
Yeah. Do you guys have trouble sleeping together usually? Not sleeping together?
I do. We do. And she kind of took that and is now making this a much bigger issue than it is.
This might just be the first time that Josh isn't gaslighting Natalie. But what it isn't is this isn't the first time Natalie has got something completely wrong.
Why your mom call me hooker?
What are you talking about? No one called you hooker.
I mean,
no one called you.
she thinks I'm a hooker.
Now, bear in mind, while all of this is going on, Rob and Sophie have just stormed off after their big fight. So the rest of the group are scattered. They're all kind of discussing amongst themselves what just took place. And Natalie just can't help herself. She absolutely needs to be the centre of attention. She needs attention right now, or she might just spontaneously combust.
I'm not returning to the group. It's gaslighting and body shaming.
She kind of just, out of the blue, starts talking some crazy,
So let me get this straight. Josh saying that he didn't sleep very well because he's not used to sleeping next to someone has now somehow, and who the fuck knows how, been interpreted by Natalie as body shaming and gaslighting. Look, I hate that she's put me in a position where I feel I need to defend Josh, but the guy is innocent here. He hasn't mentioned her body once, not once.
By Josh saying he doesn't want to sleep with me, it makes me feel like something wrong with me or something like that, and it felt like an insult. So I felt like I should just not accept it.
Ah, so that's what it is. Josh said I didn't sleep well next to Natalie, and she's interpreted that as Josh doesn't want to sleep with me. Now, ask yourself this, is it really any wonder that Josh is uncomfortable sleeping next to her? Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and having her piercing blue eyes staring at you. I wouldn't be able to sleep either. Now, the truth is, Natalie has maybe misheard, maybe misinterpreted, whatever it is, she's heaped on a bunch of her own insecurities, exaggerated them and blown them up in her own mind, taken it to fantasy land, and now she plans on bringing everyone else down that rabbit hole with her.
Guys, I want you here. What are you saying?
I didn't say anything. I said I don't like to be touched.
No, it's not true.
I said it to everybody.
Make me feel body shamed.
Natalie tries to rally the cast, but they just kind of awkwardly linger. No one really wants to get involved in any more of her shit. To be honest, they've already had their fill of drama for today. Even Jasmine, the queen of getting involved in everything, kind of backs off. She stands all the way back. Now, eventually, it's left to the guys to try and escort Natalie away because it's clear she's really starting to rile herself up.
Come with me.
I'm sorry if you misunderstood that.
You just stop lying. Yeah, I want you to apologize. Apologize.
I'm sorry.
Apologize right now.
I said I'm sorry.
Josh is doing his best under these trying circumstances. Like, he apologises to her, he tries to explain that this is all a misunderstanding, but Natalie isn't ready to hear it. She's way too all-consumed by her red-hot rage. She demands an apology from him, even though he's already given her two, but nothing is getting through to Natalie right now. So the best thing for all concerned is for Florian to take her aside as she begins to cry.
You say this is not true. How can you do this to me?
Come with me.
Okay.
Piece of trash.
Let's go.
That line is becoming a bit of a trademark for Natalie, isn't it? Maybe she should consider bringing out her own range of merch with the line, "How can you do this to me?" plastered on it. Yeah, that really is her trademark, her catchphrase this season. Now, here's the thing. For as much as Natalie loves to wild out and act the victim, what I'm not buying is Josh's response to this. He points to her behaviour, right, and he says, "Look, guys, this is precisely why I refuse to bring Natalie out in social settings." And while many would argue that, yeah, that point is probably valid, what's much tougher to swallow is how he then tries to use it to make himself look like the victim in general, the completely innocent party for every aspect of their broken relationship.
Why am I even saying anything? Because it's just like every single little thing is just like taken and twisted and just made to be like against me.
Yes, okay, in this one instance, Josh is innocent. But to make out like he's innocent about everything, he's the victim in his own relationship, is fake news. Like, did Natalie twist anything when she confronted you about your DMs to Sophie, Josh? Has she twisted all the fake hope you gave her every time you promised to commit? Like, if anything, it's actually Josh who conveniently twists his own words, who leads Natalie on while never actually intending to settle down with her. Now, the thing is, Natalie knows this, and yet she continues to stay with him. So, frankly, it really is difficult to feel sorry for her.
But I'm such a good person.
I know.
Him for 3 years.
I know.
3 years. Shh. I destroy him. Liar.
Natalie.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Natalie.
Wow, the way that Natalie switches from crying her eyes out to saying she will destroy him genuinely gives me the chills. Now, the perfect person to cut through Natalie's madness just so happens to be right there. Florian, with his own fiery Albanian temper, is exactly what Natalie needs right now. Just shush for a second and listen to me. You've got it all wrong, he says to her.
Dude, let me talk.
Yes, explain.
Let me talk sometimes.
Okay.
It's still like, I have problem examples. No, I don't like to sleep close to people. I don't like people to touch me.
I don't know if it's just me, but for some reason, when Florian raises his voice at Stacey, it feels wrong. But when he raises his voice at Natalie, it kind of feels necessary. As I say, it is precisely what she needs right now. It causes her to calm down, and eventually, the pair walk back to the group to try again. Now, it's interesting. While Natalie was away, Jasmine was trying to talk to Josh. But the second Natalie reappeared, Jasmine conveniently disappeared again. As I said, she wants nothing to do with crazy Natalie today.
Her interpretation of that action from you is like you're body in shape.
She's coming.
Oh my gosh. I'm okay.
Could be an illusion.
Therapist Florian over there.
Someone take her temperature. Is Jasmine feeling okay? This isn't like Jasmine at all. I've never known her to run away from a fight. She's the one normally running headfirst towards it. But as Natalie makes her way over, she promises Florian, she promises him, right, that she's going to be quiet and hear Josh out. Only it takes seconds before she breaks that promise.
Try to sleep with her in the bed. Just in hear him, okay?
I want to hear it.
Because I don't like to be touched.
Fly.
Okay. 1 second. You ruined it like this. Let talk.
I like to be still.
Look, I get that Josh might be a sensitive sleeper, right? A lot of people are. But what doesn't add up is how this is only coming up for the first time 3 years into their situationship. And yes, I'm calling it a situationship because this isn't a relationship. From the sounds of it, it sounds like Josh didn't just sleep badly next to Natalie. He chose not to sleep next to her at all. But even with that being the case, that still doesn't make her reaction make sense.
Any type of body shaming is not what I meant. That is my thing. My thing only, that I don't like to be touched, has nothing to do with you.
You hear it?
That's all that it is.
Natalie demands another apology, so for what must be the 100th time, Josh apologises again just to get this whole thing wrapped up. Now, Florian encourages Natalie to accept. He pushes her to forgive and forget with a hug. But this is Natalie we're talking about. You can never predict this lady's next move.
Why you holding store? Kill me.
I was scared.
Stop. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do
No.
Trash.
Don't do that.
No.
So, apology accepted? I don't think so. Look, I don't condone violence, right? But if there was ever a situation to kick Josh in the nuts, it's not this one. It's every other situation he's put you in, Natalie. This is the one time that Josh is actually in the clear. Now, it does make you wonder, is Natalie really overreacting to what Josh said? Or is this perhaps a delayed reaction to everything Josh has put her through this resort? Or, third option, could it be that she really just is that crazy? I know which one my money's on.
I'm at a loss here because I'm apologizing to her so that she feels better for something that I didn't say or didn't do, and she takes that and kicks me in the nuts.
In exactly the same way that I can't feel sorry for Natalie because she chooses to be in this relationship, I also refuse to feel sorry for Josh too. He knows what Natalie's like, right? He could have walked away 1,000 times by now, but he hasn't. Like, at this point, I have serious doubts about whether he even likes her and whether he's attracted to her. So the question then becomes, why? Why is he still there, and how? How much longer can this last? And in the wise trademarked words of Natalie, how, Josh, how can you do this to me?